to another installment of Dancer Tips by the Leap Hurdle Ballet Company. My name is Mika and I will be talking today about foot flexibility and some amazing moves you can do to help you gain more flexibility in your foot, which will help tremendously with your dancing. I just want to put in some quick caveats before we go into the stretches. Make sure you are properly warm before you do stretching of any kind. It helps prevent injury and it will make your range of motion even greater. This is great to do after ballet class, or maybe take a brisk walk, some jumping jacks, anything to get your heart pumping and your blood circulating throughout your body is great. Also, strength is just as important as flexibility. All the flexibility in the world will only get you so far. A lot of it is strength. So I'm actually going to show you some super easy, super simple ways to increase your strength while also warming you up to do the stretches. Lastly, I'll end the video with some few ways I like to roll out my feet and relax the muscles after they've been working really hard. Nobody wants sore feet. So let's jump into it. So first, I would like to list all the equipment that I will be using for the video. They are by no means necessary. These are just some of the things that I really like to use in my daily routine. This is just a TheraBand and stretch bands. Every dancer needs this in their toolkit. And they're very cheap. No excuse, $10, Amazon, get you one. The cross ball. These are great for rolling up muscles. I like to sit on them. I get tight glutes, tight hamstrings a lot, but they're also great for your feet. Likewise, a golf ball. This feels amazing on the ball of your foot to roll out. We'll get to that later. Yoga block that I got off the Amazons. Highly recommend. Very useful, very cheap, so most anyone can afford one of these. These are actually foot stretchers designed specifically for obviously stretching the foot. These are more expensive. I think I got this $60 from Discount Dance. This one was like $150. It is called the Ballet Foot Stretch, is the official brand, but it's very amazing looking. But again, these are more pricey. They're great if you can get one. And lastly, this is something that we will use at the very end. I will talk about briefly. It's a great way to get the blood flowing after you work out, to alleviate soreness, prevent soreness. It feels great. Well, let's start with from strengthening because we want to get that blood pumping. Here's a great easy one you can do. Requires very little space, requires no equipment. So start in parallel, and then you will just scrunch up your toes like this, and you are inching your way using primarily the muscles of your feet and toes to make your way slowly across the floor. You can speed it up if you like, but it's just a great way to get those intrinsic tiny foot muscles activated. Like TheraBand, and wrap it around your foot like this, and then you just kind of roll through. So you go to the ball and you point your toes, and then work your way back to the ball, flex, ball, point, ball, flex, ball, point. And you can do, I would say, maybe about 20 of these is usually pretty good on both feet. Yeah, this is a great way to get those muscles fired up. If you don't have a TheraBand, just take it old school. Do some elevates to your high knee point, and that is really all you need to warm up those muscles, get them ready to do some great stretching. You can also do it in first position to your highest semi-point, down, and do that, making sure that, everything is engaged. Another thing I like to do to get the the little muscles in the feet working is kind of using your toes to pick up a towel or a little blanket or something. You can also use your TheraBand in this instance. So basically you're just gonna kind of do this, and then unless you're a weirdo like me and just like to pick things up with your feet because you're too lazy to bend down, just getting the articulation going in your feet, which most humans have absolutely no need for. But it's a weird dancer thing. This is a great way to do that, and to just to start using those muscles that you really only ever use in dance and ballet. Okay, so I wanted to start with this great stretch that I learned from yoga, actually. It's kind of the antithesis of most of the way. It's kind of the antithesis of the other stretches that we will be doing, and that you're flexing your foot in a demi-point position, as opposed to trying to do the banana, the banana shape. But it feels great, and I have yet to find any other way to do this as well. So it's just a toe squat. So you're going to put your feet in the demi-point position, and then you're going to sit on it like this. I would be careful not to circle your feet, kind of keep them, make sure that your toes are under your heels, keep them straight, keep them aligned. Alignment is key here. And you're just going to sit here, I would say, for, if you can do 30 seconds, that's amazing. You will really feel this. The next stretch, we will be using a foam roller and a TheraBand. I don't think I mentioned the foam roller yet before, but again, if you are a dancer, highly, highly recommend one of these. So you're going to put it over your foot like this, and then put that under there, and you're basically just going to pull it like that. You can hold this for 30 seconds, a minute. I would say no longer than 2 minutes if you really want, but it feels great. If it starts to really hurt, please stop. So you don't want to injure yourself. Do that on both feet for about a minute each. That's great. A great one to do if you don't have any equipment. It is something that I learned through some classes from RussianMastersBallet.com. A stretching class I took there. So basically, you're going to go back on your feet like this, and again, you want to make sure that your alignment looks good, no sickling. You can actually wing your foot a wee bit, but nothing too much. You just want to make sure that you're not sickled. Keep your ankles touching if you can. If not, it's fine as long as they're straight and not sickling. So you're going to keep that. And my teacher likes to combine that with a sort of downward facing dog, where you're putting it in demi-point. I'll show you briefly. It's actually a great contrasting movement that works both ways. Works your muscles both ways. Hold for a count of 8, and then go up to downward facing dog, demi-point. Your ankles. Put your feet down and go back and do it again. Let's try that one more time. It's actually hard to do it and talk at the same time, so that's why I don't teach y'all. Okay. So, try it again. Here, 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 and then back down. So that's great. It feels wonderful. And it actually gets your whole body working, which is feels really good. One great stretch that requires just one of these bad boys is it feels actually, this one feels really good, and it kind of isn't as painful as some of the other stuff, but it forces you to really stretch the top of your foot. So you're just sitting on a yoga block and it's pressing against my heels, and it feels really, really good. And I would hold this for 20 to 30 seconds and then come back on. The last foot stretching thing I'm going to show you is if you are lucky enough to have something that was designed for this. Yeah, so out of these, this is from the Joffrey Ballet School, and yeah, it's like a cheaper cloth version. You just stick your foot in there, and then again you hold it for a minute break, I would say. And there's also this one. This is a heavy-duty wooden one that you can get from probably balletfootstretch.com. This one is really good. It is shaped like it's shaped to your foot perfectly, and then yeah, you really feel this one. Again, a minute, 30 seconds. Start with 30 seconds, work your way up to a minute and a half. Some people like to be crazy and do this and like work their splits at the same time. But yeah, this was my go-to for a long time. So after you are done with all that strengthening, all that stretching, it's good to kind of wind down the day with some ways to relax your muscles. Obviously, you know, a hot bath, Epsom salt is great. Some of the other little things I like to do is, you know, get a lacrosse ball, golf ball, and they just feel amazing. So you just kind of like, you know, put your weight there, go back and forth. It feels so good. Something smaller like a golf ball is even better for your foot. Yeah, that really helps to relax those muscles, work out any tiny knots or things you got going on in your feet. I love that one. Last thing, I promise. This is a scraper tool that my physical therapist, Suzanne Thompson, told me about. It actually has really helped me with getting rid of some tendonitis I had, and it's a great way to calm your muscles. It increases blood flow, so you're less likely to be sore the next day, which is amazing. Yeah, you just, I usually take some sort of oil. Coconut oil is usually a great one. You just rub the oil where you're going to be scraping, basically. And I like to do like the ball of my foot right here. Usually about 20 backs and forth like this. You'll get a little red, and that's great. That means that the blood is flowing to the area. You can do your arch right there. That feels amazing. I like to do like where the big toe meets the ball. That feels great. Or and also the top of my foot. That big toe joint. I've been prone to some pain, injury there. So yeah, this really helps with that. The first time I tried this, I literally thought this was some sort of voodoo magic. I don't know, because it works so well. I use it really also on my knees, and virtually all my knee pain has gone away. So thank you, Suzanne Thompson, for recommending one of these. It looks really scary though. It's like a weapon, but it is actually a weapon against tendonitis and inflammation. So it's amazing. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I had a lot of fun making the video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Give us a big thumbs up, big like. Be sure to check out the upcoming Sweet Sorrow, Leap Hurdle Ballet Company's next production. You can get tickets by visiting our website. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell at the bottom so you don't miss any news from us. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.